Are live. Hey there, it's Heather Boyd Wire here, and as usual, it's Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We're here in Montreal, and I do a live stream every week troubleshooting ideas for wire art and jewelry. So if you're hopping on, introduce yourself, say hello to each other in the comments. And as always, sometimes I get a little distracted with the videos. And so sometimes you guys can just chat amongst yourself, and that's fantastic. And when I can get to it, I'll definitely answer any questions that you guys have about wire art and jewelry. Oh, Jay's the first one here. Awesome. That's fantastic. And here's Angela. That's fantastic, guys. And yeah, I actually did another live stream this afternoon in my Heather Boyd Wire channel about social media for artists. So if there are any artists out there that want to get their work out on the World Wide Web with social media, you can check that one out as well. We've got Kyle, the bushcraft kid here. Awesome. Are you the fisher? Oh, the fishing guy. Oh, yes. Sorry, I just missed your comment. Hey, wait, I can reread it on my computer. Good. Are you going to make that fishing lure? Yes, I am. I'm very easily distracted, and I totally forgot about that. But I think that was on Viva Fry's live stream, was it, that we talked about making a fishing lure? That would actually be a great idea. So I'm definitely gonna have to put that in my notes. Maybe I can do a live stream making fishing lures. How about that? Maybe next week I can do that. And there's Janine. Hey, Janine. I'm just wrapping up my series of metal stamped jewelry that I've been doing some live streams for the Bead Education group. They actually contacted me. They saw my YouTube videos and they wanted, yes, that's where we met. That's awesome, Kyle. So yeah, so they contacted me through email and wanted to do some sponsored videos with me. So I actually kind of went above and beyond, and I've done several live streams, and I did a finished video last weekend. Which one was that? The Dreamcatcher. That was it. The Dreamcatcher video with the little printed impressed feathers. And then I'm working on some other ideas for another video for them. And tonight I'm going to make some metal stamped rings. So let me know in the comments, guys, if you've ever done metal stamping. I'm just going to flip my screen, and then you can see what I'm doing here. So I'm just going to bring this one up a little bit. Always a little bit of a transition to get it going to see my workspace. Let me just move this around. Keep introducing yourselves. Oh, Candy's on. Candy says no. I forget what the question was. Oh, metal stamping. That was it. Okay, I have a very short memory. So Candy has not done metal stamping. So if anybody has done metal stamping, let me know. And here are some of the sketches I have that I've been working on this week. I always keep this book with me anytime I go anywhere for ideas. So I'm also working on some ideas to cut out metal pieces in the shape of instruments and do some wires for the strings. And Janine, you've done a little metal stamping. That's really cool. So this week I'm going to try to do some rings. I have a few ideas here, and what I did was the Bead Education group gave me a few pieces of like random pieces like this that are already pre-cut, and I thought I'd go with the circle shape for these rings. So I have a few of these. These are aluminum, so the aluminum's really nice and soft and very easy to press into. And these are sort of a small size. I have a scale here to show you the size. This looks like it's about somewhere like, looks like it's around 19 millimeters, maybe about 20 millimeters, these metal pieces. So I'm going to start by doing something relatively simple. I thought I'd press a little word into the metal piece and then do some beading around it. So if you guys have a suggestion for, like, I put a few words like dream, joy, happy, BFF, LOL, inspire, hope. So whoever comments first with an appropriate word for me to impress into here, please put it in the comments, and I'll start by stamping the word in there. Please be like 5 letters or less if you can. And I'll have my letters here. Love. Yes, Candy wins. So we're going to do love in there. And oh, family, that's a good one for another time. So we'll stick with love and we'll do family another time. So here's the metal stamp letters that they sent me. And let's have a look. We have to find the letters. So we have L. Okay, there's L. And then we want O. Here's the O. And then the V. Well, here I see E right away. We'll get the E and the V. So let's do that. Let's not get them in the wrong order. And so what they do is sometimes they put like a little tape across to do like a measurement type of thing. So I can do that. They gave me some tape that we could tape across. Hopefully we're going to be able to fit all the letters in there. So let me just get this tape going here, and that'll help to just hold it down onto the little steel bench. So that's a little steel block, and I actually had that block because I did a jewelry making class at a local college one time because I wanted to try soldering jewelry and stuff, and I didn't have the equipment. So I bought this little thing for that class. And I hadn't really, actually this one, I didn't buy this particular one. This one came with the starter kit, the Bead starter kit, but I had already a one that I had bought for the class as well. So let's just put it to a little below the center. Hopefully all these letters are going to fit. And so what I found is works the best is if you start with the middle and you work your way out. If I had a uneven number of letters, it would be easy because the middle one would be the middle letter, but we're just going to try to do this. And I don't have the proper hammer. I have a lightweight hammer. It's just my household hammer. But if you have a 1 pound hammer, that's the one they suggest. They're actually going to send me one. The metal pieces are called blanks. Yes, you're right. These are called blanks. So there you go. So we're going to go with the blanks. Let's just put this one just a little to the side here. I'm just going to eyeball it. I'm still really learning, guys. I don't have a super lot of experience with this, but I'm still really learning. So plug your ears while I give this a big slam, and you're only supposed to give it 1 tap, but I'm going to give it a few because my hammer is a little lightweight. So that's not too bad. So there's the O. Okay, so the O, and then we need the L. Make sure I put it the right side up. And we want to put it not too close to the side because I want room for the beads as well. So we're going to put the L there. So, and I'm pretty sure this just takes practice getting them centered. Plug your ears. There's the L. Okay, so I'm not doing a fantastic job, but it's going to give you the idea of how to do it. I have to get used to how to line up all the letters and stuff. The tape, for sure, it helps. Okay, hopefully I don't get them too close together. Plug your ears. The V, oh yeah, they're not super well lined up, but sometimes it's better to have it a little asymmetric or not perfect anyway. So let's do the E. Try not to get it too close. Plug your ears. There, that's not too bad. So there we go with love. So that's it for the metal stamping. We could remove that. I don't think I'm going to do more with that. I'm just going to show you guys, and this kind of recaps what we did in the previous weeks. It doesn't matter if it's not straight. Yes, you are right. I totally agree with you. It doesn't have to be straight. Sometimes it looks better when it's a little uneven anyways. So then what they suggest is you get a Sharpie. In fact, this Sharpie came with the metal stamping starter kit that the Bead sent me. It's like a patina effect. So when you do patina with jewelry, usually they use some kind of sulfur liquid toxic thing that you put the metal inside and then you buff it up. But this is sort of like a quick, relatively non-toxic way to do the patina effect. Actually, I meant to check if these are non-toxic, these Sharpies. Does anybody know? They're probably not non-toxic because it doesn't say so. So if you're doing this with children, maybe just be careful. And I also suggested in another video, if you're doing with this with kids, maybe not to let them do the cutting of the wire, because I do have some designs that need cutting. That would be cute as a pet. Yes, a pet tag. In fact, I did a dog tag the other week with little I wonder if I have it here with little dog paws on it. If you look at some of my other things that I posted in the Wire Art and Jewelry Makers Club on Facebook, I did a little dog tag in there. And Jay says, now Heather is reminding me of the bird from the Flintstones, the printed That printed news on stone tablets. Oh my goodness. I actually remember that. I don't remember the name of the bird, but that definitely rings a bell. That is hilarious because we are from the same generation. So there we go. So all you do now is you kind of buff it up. They actually give you this cloth with the starter kit, and you just buff it up. These blanks that I have are actually from Michael's because I ran out of the ones that they sent me. So I have a feeling they're not as good quality as the ones from Beaducation, but they're going to do the trick for this time. So you see how cool it is? So when you buff it up, of course my hands are probably dirty and I'm leaving a mess on it, but once we put the beads, it's going to look good. So here we have, can you guys see it? If I hold it on an angle, there you go. Now you can see it like that. There we go. So it's a wait. Candy says pterodactyl. Is that the bird? Was that the bird? That's hilarious. Clarice is here. Hey Clarice, how are you? Welcome, welcome. So we've just done, we impressed the word love in there. So what I want to do now is I want to do some little holes around the outside. Here's my sketchbook. So the idea was just to put some little holes around the outside of the circle, and then we're going to poke our little holes. Now this thing, I didn't have this when I first started doing the metal stamping samples. I was actually trying to poke holes with nails, and it was a ridiculous fail. I had a little hole punch too from the dollar store. That didn't work either. So the company sent me this hole punch, which is their standard 1.5 millimeter hole punch, and it works like a charm. I think the first time I used it, I gasped because I was so amazed with how well it worked. It's pretty awesome. So what you do is, now you don't want to put it too close to the end. We want to put it in a little bit. And this too, I might not get it even all the way around. So we're going to just hold it, and then you just push, and let me just wiggle it out a little bit. But look at how beautiful that hole is. And it just, seriously, it just works so well. I really love this. I just want to take a piece of metal and spend an hour poking holes in it just for fun. You know, like when you're a kid and you like to squish bubble wrap? It's sort of got the same feeling of that, like this funky texture. So we're just gonna try to get them relatively even. I'm just gonna do the top and bottom first, and then I'm gonna poke one here on either side, sort of almost like a clock. You know, we'll do 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and then 3 and 9. And hopefully we'll have enough to do a dozen holes. So let's see what we can do with this. I think we will. I think we could probably even get away with more, but let's just do 12 for now. I don't really want to go overboard, and you could definitely try to do more. I think you probably could get away with 12 plus 4 is 16, but there's my math. See, I'm not doing a super good job. You could definitely draw them on first. You could just like put little Sharpie points where you want them if you want, or just do like tap little scratches, or little nail, like get a nail and tap just little dots where you want to poke the holes, like make a little pattern. And, you know, if you really want it to be perfect, you could definitely do that. Just get out your protractor and measure out the exact distance between that you want. But for the sake of experimentation, I'm just gonna eyeball it, and we're just gonna get our little holes done in there. And the old me would have collected all these little dots and used them for a craft or something, but I'm really trying to be careful about what I keep and all this stuff. So there we go. So here's our little love with the holes in it, which is really fun. This thing is my new favorite tool. And now if I want to wrap some beads, I'm going to get a skinnier wire. So I have this silver, and I think I have some gold. Yeah, I have, this is 28 gauge. Let's see what else I have. I have 28 gauge gold, and this one would be too thick. That's about a 22 gauge gold. So So you could use probably a 24 or a 28 gauge. I think I'm going to stick with the 24 because the 28 gauge is almost like thread. It might be too thin. So, and you could use a contrasting color, but I'm just going to go with what I have here. So you could save the, Peggy says you could save the little pieces and put them in a bottle for a necklace. Oh my goodness, that's actually a cute idea. Should I mail them to you? I don't think I'm going to keep them. But so here we go. So this, these underneath are a little bit pokey, but I wouldn't worry too much about it because once you wind it with the beads, it should be fine. So I think to wind it with the beads, we're just going to go ahead and put the wire through. And let me just see what kind of beads I want to do. I don't want to do them too big. I have these seed beads here, which are kind of cute. And then I also have, I'll just show you guys. This is actually my favorite bead tray. There we go. Oh, and here's Kathy. Hey, Kathy, how are you? We're just working on a metal stamped ring. So I've stamped in the word love, and I've done all the little holes in there. Okay, LOL crushed up some seashells and put them in a bottle. Oh, that Peggy, that's a fantastic idea to crush up little shells and put them in a bottle. I love that. I have a design that I did that I take sand and I put it in, I didn't have a little bottle, but I put it in a little oxygen tube, a transparent oxygen tube, because my friend Allison, she actually is on oxygen, and she gave me some of her old tubes that she had, and I cut them into little pieces and filled them up with sand from Maine and did that as a craft. That's one of the it's an older project on my site. So we could do like these little round cat's eye beads, or we could do like the seed beads. So what do you guys, do you vote for like the round cat's eye beads, miracle beads, or seed beads? So first person to comment, I'll go with what they say. So cat's eye, miracle beads, or seed beads. We have to decide. These ones are a little more flat, and these ones are a little more round. Seed beads. Okay, Kathy, you came just in time. There we go. So we got the seed beads, and let's just see if I could get some. They're all mixed up, right? So I'm gonna just see if I could get the colors. Let me just find the lid so they don't go all over the place. Okay, these little containers my neighbor gave me years ago. They're like really old school Tupperware containers. So they're really handy. They're triangles and they all stack up and stuff. So we have a little mix of things here. So we have different colors. I have, which one should I go with? I kind of like these little iridescent ones. I'm not sure if I have enough. And I have pink ones and I have purple ones. So let me just see what I should do here. That's my problem, is I'm very indecisive about colors. Let's use these kind of metallic ones. So what we're going to do is we'll put on a bead. Oh, that's not the one I meant to pick up. Hang on. Maybe this one. Okay, so there we go. So let's just take a bead. Oh no, I just dropped my thing, guys. Uh-oh, hang on. Where'd it go? Okay, just 1 minute. I just dropped my... Can you believe it? I dropped the blank. But where did it go? Oh my goodness. Okay, bear with me. You guys can chat amongst yourselves. I cannot believe this. Okay, this is silly. Wait. Oh boy. Okay, I think this is my worst fail yet, guys. I'll be right back. Wow. Hang on. Okay. Okay, I'll be right back. It went flying, and now I can't find it. Oh boy. Okay, we're gonna take a 2-minute break, and I have to find the blank. Wow. I cannot believe this. This thing went flying. Seriously. I do not know where it went. Okay, so we'll be back in a couple of minutes. That's what happens when you are working with wires. Sometimes you lose stuff. And now it's totally gone. Oh boy. That is so strange. It's gone. It flew. Oh wow. Okay, you know what? I can't believe this. I'm gonna have to punch it again because I lost the little blank. It seriously went flying. You guys can keep chatting because I think it's gone. That is so weird. I'm gonna keep looking just for a sec. Oh, here it is. Oy. I found it. Yay. Okay, let's try again. So I'm back. It went flying across my basement. Okay, so let's. Oh, good. Jay's talking about installing granite countertops in a condo that overlook. Oh, there you go. Perfect. So you guys keep chatting about the condo, and I'm going to get back to this. So let's just take the wire now, so it doesn't fall off again. I'm going to twist this around. We're just going to twist it right around like this, so it's going to hold in place. So let's just tie it right around here. And we're going to push it right around. Oh, now where did I put it? Oh my God. This is going to be like my worst live stream ever. Where did I put the blank? I just picked it up. Did you guys see where I put it? Oh my. I just picked it up off the ground and I put it down. But where did I put it? It's right here. Oh my God. You guys are going to think I'm completely out to lunch. There we go. So let's put a bead on there. There we go. I'd blame it on having drinking alcohol, but I haven't had a drop of alcohol in 4 years, so it's not that. I'm just a little spacey today. This is my second live stream today. So there we go. So we're just going to wind the beads around like this, okay? And I'll just do a different sort of mix of these iridescent beads and maybe some shiny beads. Let's do that. We'll just stick with the blue. Deep breath, Heather. Thank you, Janine. Deep breath. That's what I need. Deep breath. Perfect. I get a little too excited about these projects and then things go all over the place. You should see my dining room table. It is ridiculous. I have so much stuff. Okay, so now we're just going to wind the beads around. Back to normal. Nothing happened, guys. No, unfortunately, I can't edit these live streams. Otherwise, I could edit out that 5 minutes when I went looking for my thing that flew on the floor, but it's all good. I really appreciate you guys for always being so patient with me. So there we go. We're going to do another little bead there, and we're just going to go all around with the beads. This is a little bit similar to another design I did on a live stream before, but I didn't have the hole punch, so I couldn't do this. Okay, so we have Fleur, Victor, and Fighting. Hey, love you. Awesome. Welcome, welcome. Now, you've been on the live stream before, but do I know your name? I'm so bad with names because people come on here with usernames that aren't the same as their regular names, and sometimes I get mixed up about who people are. For the longest time, Clarice, I didn't clue in that Clara was Clarice. So, but now I've known you for so long, so now I know. So here we go. It's kind of cool. I'm just like alternating the iridescent beads with the clear beads, or like the transparent beads, and we're going to go all the way around like this. That makes you real, Heather. Oh, well, that's good. Thank you. Yeah, I'm definitely not putting on a facade. This is who I am. A little bit crazy sometimes, but I always have fun, and I've always worked a lot with kids, and that's why I love children, because they have such a great imagination. Actually, I told you that my name was Fleur, so it's okay. Okay, Fleur, perfect. So your name is your username, and that's awesome. That's going to be easy for me to remember. And Fleur is French for flower, so I can definitely remember that. There we go. So we're going to just keep going until we run out of wire. You know what I might do is this end's a little short, so let's just go ahead and cut this one off. because it's I'm just trying to now imagine how I'm going to attach the ring, but we'll figure that out when we get there. So let's just go ahead and attach the beads, and then we're going to figure out how we do the actual ring. So now where do we put this? We're going to put this one. We need a clear one, and we're just going to work our way around. And as always, guys, if you make any of these projects, be sure to share pictures in the Facebook group. If you're not already members of the Wire Art and Jewelry Makers Club on Facebook, be sure to join that group. We're a huge number now. We're about 600 members now, and I really don't know how that happened, except that I think that Facebook shares groups and suggests groups to people. So that's why, because it wasn't from me necessarily inviting people to the group, or even just from people that watch the YouTube videos. I think Facebook actually suggests to people groups that they should join, and also people search for groups to join on Facebook. So that's why we've had a lot of people join. Unfortunately, sometimes people don't answer the questions. Like I have some questions I'd like people to answer when they join the group, and I've had some people that haven't answered the question, so I haven't accepted some of the people that have applied to the group, just because I don't want people coming in that aren't interested in wire art and jewelry. So if you do have friends that want to join, be sure to tell them to answer there's 3 questions that people can answer when they join. One is, do you make wire art and jewelry? The other one is, do you sell wire art and jewelry? And then the other one is, what's the other one? Oh, how did you hear about the group? So a lot of people hear about it just from suggested groups on Facebook. So there we go. So let's just finish this off. And I think to finish it off, you could just finish it off like that. Or if you want to go back through a couple of holes, you can do that too. I'm not going to worry too much. Like in theory, you could even go back through again and put more beads, or you can go back and wind them with a little more wire if you want to make it fancy. But for now, I think I'll keep it very simple. So we have our little thing here to keep out the trolls. There you go. Okay, so Peggy says, I found you on YouTube, and they suggested, okay, interesting. Sometimes I message people when they don't answer my questions for my town history group. Okay, yeah, I think I've done that before too, where I've actually messaged people that I think are interested in joining but haven't answered the question. But I don't think any of them have actually responded. So I think people get a lot of notifications and stuff. So here's how it looks. Let me bring it closer so you can see like that. It's not exactly what I imagined it would be, but it's not too bad. I guess you can push these beads in a little bit more if you wanted to push them in a little bit more. Clarice found me on YouTube. Yeah, so Peggy, we had to add questions to our Walking Dead group to keep it active. Interesting. Okay, what's the Walking Dead group? That sounds interesting. Okay, so now we're going to put a band on this ring. So let me just see. Yeah, Peggy, let me know what that group is. That sounds really interesting. Yeah, I love hearing about people's interests and what they do and stuff. That's cool. So to do a ring for this to attach to, let's go ahead and just start by making the ring form, and then we're going to figure out how we're going to actually attach it. I'm not sure if I'd gotten that far, because I was thinking maybe we could just put these through those holes. Let's see if that's going to work. Like if we just bend this up like that, okay, and then bend this one up like that. I don't know if this is going to work. I might have to try something different, but if we just bend those up at right angles, this is how I often do the rings. So we just go like that. And Fleur says it's cute though. Thank you. So there we go. So I'm going to see if it fits in these holes. And if it doesn't, I might have to poke another hole. Like I guess you could poke auxiliary holes in there to see if it's going to fit. So let me just have a look. Yeah, because we could poke another hole, or the other solution we could do is just like do a little loop. Okay. And this is another design ring design that I do where you kind of do like a little loop thing. Okay, like that. And then do another one. Okay, so if we do a couple of loops like that. So if we do loops like that, okay, I'm not sure if it's going to be the right distance or not, but we're going to give this a try. So this is I have another ring tutorial on YouTube, and actually it's my ring tutorial that's actually done the best because it's called making rings how to make rings to sell. And basically this is the basic shape of the ring, and then you put beads in between and attach them with a wire. And that video has, I think, almost 400,000 views now because people are always looking for ideas to make things to sell. So that's kind of cool. And it's a very simple design. So what we could do for that is just take a wire and see if we can attach this to the ring form. Let's see if it's going to work. So if we take this thing and just attach, like put the wire through, if we go through there, and then I'm going to try to loop it through a few times and see if it's going to work. Okay, we'll just kind of go there. I didn't think this one out that well, but let's see if it's going to work. And we just poke that wire through because this wire is very thin, so it should be able to work where we just almost like sewing it onto the ring. Okay, so we're just going to go through there. It's tricky to hold it, but maybe if we go like that, we're going to push that through. Okay. And we just push it through like that. Okay. And then on, like, see, I'm just kind of sewing it on there. We're going to see what it's going to do. And if the hole is big enough, you could, I think 24 gauge wire is pretty good because then you could just thread it through a few times. I'm not sure if that's going to thread through a few times. And then the idea would be to do like one on this side. Okay. And then we can just cut it. I think we are going to have to cut it, otherwise it's not going to stay. And then do the same on the opposite side. Put the little wire through, and then through to that loop on the other side. Okay, we're going to go through there. And make sure we adjust it a bit. So it's going to be a little tricky to know how big to make the ring. So it'll go in there, but I think it can work. And then we're going to just have to probably thread it through at least twice so it's going to hold. There we go. And we're going to thread it through and then bring this wire back. Where it is? There. So if we bring the wire back, so, and then if you wanted to, you know what you could even do to finish it off is just wind it around the ring form here. That's probably going to be better because you're going to have a little loose end there. So let's just wind it around the ring wire a couple of times. Okay. And you can always watch my video about making rings to sell to give a little bit better idea of how you can do this. So we can, even with both ends, if you want to do that, you can. Oh, this one came out. Okay, so that's okay. We're just gonna have to, because I didn't close the hole very well. So let's just put it through there. Okay. And then if we just take it, sometimes you need the flat pliers to pull it a little bit. Okay, and then we're just going to wind it around here a couple of times. It's a little fiddly, but it's not too bad. The other solution would be to poke a hole into the metal blank and to hold it on that way. But this way, I'm just basically winding it onto the ring form. So it's not too bad. And I probably will end up doing a finished tutorial on how to make a metal stamp ring. I just have to decide which design is the best. So here, it's a little funky. You see, here's the ring at the back. It needs to be rounded out a little bit. Here are the little, the beads. You have to push them around a little bit. And then to get it to sit properly, you put it on the ring form and make sure you kind of press it in place to round it. They even have a little gadget that you can curve the metal blanks. It's like a little base with a groove in it, and you put it in and you can tap it. So yeah, Jay's put a little emoji of a ring. Cool. And Fleur says you're very creative. Thank you so much. It's really troubleshooting here. So this isn't too bad. The beads are a little wiggly wobbly, but they're not too bad. But this is pretty well almost exactly what I designed there. So it's not too bad. And then it's a little tight, like you probably have to make it a little bit bigger, but that's the idea. So it's not too bad, you know? So there we go. And then the other design I wanted to try is this one. And this is actually something that the Bead Education company has a tutorial for this on their website or on their YouTube. So I'm going to link up their tutorial on how to do this, but they've done it. They do it with a piece that already has these little like the little gadgets on it. These are actually steampunk pieces that I bought for a project. And so I'm going to show you how to do it. It's to take a piece of glass and wrap it onto a piece like that. So let's just give it a try. I'm going to try two different ways. One is to do it with the steampunk piece, and then the other way is to do it with a blank. So let's go ahead and get our blank and put the holes in like we did before. I'm going to try to do it as quickly as possible. So I think we'll probably do the 12 holes again. So let's just... And hopefully I'm not going to poke the holes too close to the side. So we're going to go ahead and put these holes in there, like the clock. We'll get that in there. But like I was saying, I love this hole punch thing. It's just fantastic. I think it's got a lot of uses, even if you don't do metal stamping, but you want to just poke some holes in metal. I think it's fantastic. And I think it would be cool to do some kind of metal stamp bracelets too. You could make a piece, you could do like a little word or something on one of these blanks and make a bracelet out of it. That would be really cool. I did a video before on how to make, it's called a rainbow bridge bracelet, and basically I did it because I know a girl that she lost her dog and she wanted a bracelet in memory of the dog. So we made like a little dog paw bead, and then we made a bracelet with the dog paw. So you could do something like this and put a dog paw on it, like print a dog paw on it and make that rainbow bridge bracelet. I think that would be very cool. And I've totally lost track of how many holes I have on here. I think I have not done it very evenly at all, but we'll see what we can do about that. I'll have to count them to see. And because there should be an even number, I think, for this project. So let's see if we have an even number. And yeah, they're not very well positioned here. So if we do this one, but I'm going to see if it's going to work for this design. I'm not sure. So let's count them here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh boy. Yeah, this is not very even at all. Okay, this is going to be completely uneven, but that's okay. So there we go. So yeah, the Rainbow Bridge. Apparently, it's a poem, the Rainbow Bridge, about when pets go to their like pet heaven type of thing, and it's a thing. I'd never heard about it before, but this girl, she told me about it. So let's try it first with one of these. And the idea is you put, like, these are little glass baubles that you buy at the stained glass store. So the idea is to put them on here and then wrap the wire around to hold it in place. So let's try that. We're going to get a piece of wire and I'll just wrap it around and we'll see if it's going to work. And then I won't actually do that one because I really messed up the holes, but you could do it in the same way. You could take the blank and you can crisscross the wires around to hold the glass in place. So this one maybe I'll do as a finished video, but that's the idea, is to do it like that. Can we buy a metal stamping kit in our Joann store. You might be able to. I do have a coupon code if you want to buy it online from the Beaducation shop. I have it underneath all my Beaducation videos. There's a link to get their starter kit, and it's there's a certain percentage off if you use a coupon code, and that's valid till the end of March. Other than that, you might be able to buy it at Michael's and Joann's. I'm not familiar with the store, but you might be able to buy it there. So to do this, I really am not 100% sure on how to do this. So let's count how many spokes there are. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So why don't we let's just eyeball it, see what it's going to be like. I think what we'll have to do first, though, is actually fix the wire in place because we want it to go up this way. So let's do this way. So if we go, we're just going to attach this so we don't have the same problem with it flying all over the place. And I'm going to leave a little extra in case we need to twist it onto something. So the idea is you kind of crisscross. In fact, I think the lady posted a picture of these in the Facebook group of the ones that she did. But the idea is you want to take it. It's kind of like string art. You know, you guys know string art where they bend string back and forth on nails. It's kind of like that idea. But we don't want it dead centered, or you're not going to see the middle of the glass. So the idea is to put it over a little bit, and then you wind it to the next one, and then we're just gradually going to make our way around. This is the idea. And I didn't watch her tutorial, but I imagine this is how she's done it, like kind of back and forth through each spoke. So the idea, if you're going to do it with the metal stamping, you can probably just do it the same way, but string it through the holes. So I will finish that one with the metal stamping, and I'll put a picture of it in the Facebook group. And if you guys aren't on Facebook, I'll just put it on in the community section. I'll put a picture of that. So there we go. So we're just basically going around and around, and the idea is you want to hold the glass in without it falling out. So we're just, every time we're going one step, like one notch closer, like one notch around type of thing. Jay says, I tried something like this, but mine didn't turn out right. Okay, I want to do that with the dragon eye. Ooh, that would be super cool. Yeah, to do it with the dragon eye. So I could maybe link up where I bought these steampunk pieces, because this seems to be working pretty well like this. And otherwise, I will try it with the stamped metal piece with the holes to see how it turns out. So I think we just have to keep going until we've gone around like enough times. Wait, I'm gonna make sure I don't forget any of them. And I'm a little worried I didn't cut this wire long enough. But if I didn't cut it long enough, yeah, see, I think I've run out of wire, but like it's looking pretty good, guys. Look at that. It looks pretty good. So what I would need to do is, I think I'm missing a little bit. So rather than have to start over, let's just cut a little, let's just piecework it. So I'm going to just put the end through here. Okay. And I'm just going to cut another piece rather than start all over again. So let's just, whoops, is that the right one? No, it has to go in the next one. Okay, so let's just bring it up. Okay, we're going to bring it up over here. Wait, did that work? That's not working. Okay, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pull it back. Okay, let's just pull it back here. And finish it. I'm just going to put it in here too and add another piece, I think, because otherwise we're going to be here all night doing this. So this is, I made the first mistake for you guys, which is you have to cut your wire long enough. So we'll just go ahead. I'm going to clip this one off. Okay. And let's clip this other piece off where we started because it's just getting in the way. Okay, and let's get another piece of wire. Let's not forget where I started here. Okay, so let's cut this. This is start a new one, do it on the other side and leave the middle open. Might have a picture of that. Post in the group. Yeah, if you could post a picture in the group. So let's see where we are. So we left off here and now we want to do it here. So let's just go ahead. We want it. Wait, I have to just decide what we're doing here. So I'm going to put this one through here. It's going to look a little kind of not quite right because I'm not doing the right in the right place. So let me just see. Let me put this here. So yeah, so let's just go ahead and keep going with it. So this one, wait, I don't want to get it too tangled up. This is called just improvising because I don't want to start all over again, but it might have actually been quicker to start over again. So there we go. We're going to just start where we left off and keep going. And then so we're just going to go there. We're not missing that much. So we're just going to go around. Okay, like that. And that one. And this one. Okay, and that one. Oh, we're actually missing a little bit. Yeah, no, we were missing quite a bit. So that's it. Like we've gone all the way around, so that's kind of cool. Here's some direction for you. Yeah, that's helpful. That's awesome. Yeah, now I totally know what I'm doing. So there we go. So we're gonna get here, and then I've gone completely around, and now you want to just kind of finish up the wires. So let's just find a place that we can stick it through here. And then, of course, the key is going to be how to finish it off so we don't have a gazillion pieces that are scratching you. So we're going to go like that. And then this one too, all your little ends. Well, this one I actually didn't even wind around enough. So let's wind that one around again. Okay, we're going to wind that one around again. Okay, and then we could go ahead and cut. And then the trick is going to be to how to attach our ring form, because so far it looks pretty awesome, but I have to figure out how to attach the ring. And let's make sure there's no really pokey bits if I push it down like that. So pretty good, guys. What do you think? Not too bad. So I'm going to try. Oh, okay. So Andrew Gibson, it's Cat, right? Is this Cat? And she said she's just getting in. Don't worry, you missed a lot of troubleshooting and a lot of mistakes. So here we go. So this is super cute. This is with the steampunk piece, and we are going to attach a ring form. There we go. Okay, so there we go. Yeah, this was a funny live stream today because at one point I dropped the metal blank for the ring and I went off screen to try to find it. That was ridiculous. But so now let's go ahead and try to attach some kind of ring form for that. So we're going to just cut our wire like this. Okay, and then we want to imagine where you're going to stick the wires up here and bend these on a right angle. I'm happy at least this one worked out, guys. I mean, I better not talk so soon. We'll see how it works with the when we attach the ring form. So we're going to just put these up at a right angle like that and then cut these. And now we want to attach this to the ring. So we're going to go up, like make sure you do them on opposite sides. And we're going to find where we can attach these on opposite sides. If your glass is too big, you're going to have trouble getting it to fit. Hopefully this wire is flexible enough. So we're going to just put it out like that a little bit so we can get it through there. And we want to stick one on one side and then one on the opposite side. So make sure they are sort of in the same place on either side. So this one's coming up okay. So now this one, we have to make sure you could wiggle it between the wires, I guess. Or yeah, you don't want the wires to get in the way. So we're going to go like this and try to wiggle it in a way that it's going to go through. That should be fine. And then this one too. you want to wiggle it. So let's get this one, and then we're just gonna see what I'm doing here. We're just gonna pull it back, okay? And this one too. So you want a ring wire that's not too flimsy, because we're just using one strand of ring wire. So it doesn't, you don't want it to be too flimsy. What you can do is, if you're worried about it coming apart, you could just clip it there if you want, or you can take this and like wind it around like that to do a complete circle to make it a little more solid. Okay, because if you just close it, it might come undone. So same thing on this side. You can just take this wire, push it down, and then bring this right around like that. Boy, this one's gonna be on my cover photo because this one turned out really well. The other one is like meh. It's not too bad. Not too great, I mean. So now we're gonna push the little pokey ends in, and we're going to push that little pokey end in like this. We've been on here a long time, guys. I really appreciate your patience. I was going to do like a half-hour live stream, but it's turned out to be a little bit longer. So how cool is that? I really like this. And if you guys have any other suggestions for how I could improve the design, please let me know. But it's pretty awesome. Yeah. Thanks, Kathy. There. And it actually fits. How cool is that? If I wore rings, I would definitely wear this ring. Candy says it's beautiful. Wow. Well, thanks guys for staying on so long. So we did this one, and you guys can vote for your favorite. I have a feeling I'm going to know what everybody's favorite is. So yeah, it's groovy, eh? I really like it. It's awesome. So if you cut the wire long enough, you'll have no trouble with it. It's only because I had to piece the wire together that it was a little bit of trouble. So Jay, I like your dancing guy. That's awesome. I'm dancing too in my head. So there we go. So 2 rings, guys. Tell me which one's your favorite. I'm going to flip the screen so I could say goodbye to you. And I'm actually going to watch a Christmas movie tonight because I was in Ottawa. Whoops, I have to flip this. I was in Ottawa this weekend to see my family. Oh, John Travolta. That's hilarious. And my sister has a whole bunch of DVDs, and Mimi saw one that she liked about dogs and Christmas time. So I said, what the heck, we'll bring it home, we're gonna watch it. So we're gonna watch a Christmas movie. I'm gonna pop some popcorn and make some caramel corn and watch a movie. And I'll finish up the other ring like this one, but with the metal stamp with the holes. And I'll post a picture in the Facebook group. Don't go yet. I gotta go watch a movie, and I gotta go eat my popcorn. But thank you guys for staying on. I think this might be the longest live stream yet. I'm not quite sure. And I'll link up some other videos and stuff below. I'll link up the coupon code for the metal stamping kit the Bead metal stamping kit. And I'll link up their website because they have all kinds of super cool videos on how to do metal stamping and jewelry and stuff. So so that's it. So Janine says gear ring, but I learned a lot from the trial and error. Yeah, especially the part where I dropped the piece on the floor and couldn't find it. That was quite interesting. But you guys are awesome. I just love these live streams, and I love all that we do in the group, in the Wire Art and Jewelry Makers group is just fantastic. And so we'll see you live next week, and in the meantime in the Facebook group.